Hi, welcome to Peace Donkeys. Today I'm going to show you how to make these dog collars. These ones are not adjustable, and I'm just using a clip here and an O-ring to make this collar. And this has got 4 different colours of paracord as well as your black, so it uses lots and lots of paracord, but they actually look quite nice once they're finished. Quite a nice looking collar. So I'll go ahead and show you how to make these collars. Okay, so first off you're going to attach your cord to your ring, your base cord that you're going to use. I'm just going to give that a second cow hitch, so with the right strand just bring it back up through there, bring it down through that loop. Pull your cord through, and the same on the other side. Just bring your cord up, back down, so that you've got 2 hitches there. And just attach that to a nail and a piece of wood or a jig, whatever you've got. I've just got a bar clamp here. And then you'll put that base cord through your clip, and attach that at the other end, and set that at whatever length you want your collar to be. Remember to add in the measurements for your clip and for your ring. And I'm just going to do just one little copper weave here, just to hold that in place for the time being. And then you'll go ahead and attach your other colours. And then your last colour, wherever you want that to be. Okay, so for this collar, what you're going to do is I'm just going to put colours out of the way for a second. Okay, so now your black cords, they're going to come up through the middle and out to the opposite side. And then all your work is going to be in between these strands. Okay, so as you're putting the strands in, it's going to be in between the main strands, and it'll be over these 2 strands in the center. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with the second color. Okay, so I'm going to leave the left hand side color out of the way for now. And I'm going to start with green. Okay, so it's going to come over those 2 center strands, and then you'll separate those and bring it up through the middle. Okay, so that's your first colour. your second colour, which is my light purple, it's going to be slightly different. It's going to come, so the left hand strand is going to go over under, but it'll come out to the left hand side of itself. Okay, same with the other one. It'll go over under and it'll come up to the left hand side of itself. Same with the next two colours. Over, under, out to the left of itself. Second strand of that colour, over, under, and it'll come up to the left hand side of itself. Okay, so now the last colour, the dark purple, it's actually going to cross over to the right hand side. And again, remember we're keeping in between these two strands here. And these two will go over, under, and they'll separate and come up through the middle. And then you're going to pull the black a little bit firm, and then we're just going to get the slack out of each colour. And then we'll do it again. Pull the blacks tighter this time, and this time we'll do each individual strand nice and firm. Okay, so we're tightening up every strand one at a time. And we'll finish off with tightening the black strand again. If you want to go through again and just to make sure that they're nice and firm, you can do that. Okay, then we start the pattern again. So your black strands come up through the middle and out to the opposite sides. Okay. This time we're going to leave the green out of the way, okay, because we're going to always start with the second colour from the left. So the left colour will go out of the way and we'll just work with the other colours. Okay, so the light purple is going to go over the centre strands, under and up through the middle. Okay, the next strands will go one at a time up to the left of themselves. Over, under, out to the left. Same with these, over, under, up to the left. Over, under, and up to the left. Okay, and this is when your final colour, your green, crosses over. Goes over, under, oops, and up through the middle. Oops, except I've somehow or other, oh yeah, I see what's happened. Just need to make sure that your final colour is on the right hand side, that it doesn't slip through. Just give that a little bit of a tighten up. Tighten up the black, and then we'll go with each strand individually. Just try to make sure, if you can see that one colour is having a bit of trouble there, just make sure you push that over so that we keep that pattern in the right order. Okay, and you can pull those black tight again, and if you want to, just make sure that you tighten up each strand individually. And then we go back with putting our black strands up through the middle and out to the opposite sides, so they crisscross in the centre. Okay, so this time the left hand side colour is light purple. It's going to stay out of the way. And we'll start with the next colour, the second colour. So not the one on the left, but the next one. So I've got purple diamonds here. So it goes over, under, up through the middle. The other colour goes over, under, out to the left of itself. The other strand goes over, under, up to the left of itself. Same with your green. And then finally, your light purple is going to come right over to the right hand side. I'll go over, under, separate those two strands, and they'll come up through the centre. Tighten up your black strands. Just firm up the other strands quickly, tighten up your black, and then you can go and do each strand individually, nice and firm. Okay, as many times as you need to do that to make sure that the tension's good. Okay, so this time the left hand cord is going to stay out of the way. We're going to bring up our black strands through the middle and out to the opposite side. Okay, and then we go from left to right. So the first colour, dark purple, is going to come up through the centre. The next colour comes up to the left. Next colour up to the left. And then your final colour crosses over. Goes over, under. Oops. Doesn't want to come through. Let's just try that again. There we go. So just tighten those black strands up a little bit. Make sure that the colour that's meant to be on the right stays on the right while you tighten everything up. And then go ahead and individually tighten up your other colours. And again, tighten up your black. And all your other colours as many times as you need to do that. Until you're happy with the tension that you've got on your work. And then you're right to go again. You'll keep your left hand colour out of the way. Bring your black cords up through the middle, out to the opposite side, out to the opposite side, and again start your pattern. So not the left strand, but the next strand goes over the centre strands, under and up through the middle, and then one at a time until you get to your last strand, your last colour, sorry. Okay, and so we're ready for the last colour now, which is your left hand side colour. It's going to cross over all the other colours, and it'll go down, over, under. Oops. Make sure you stay in between those centre strands, and then it comes up through the middle. Okay, so the colours on the left and the colours on the right come up through the middle. All the other colours go up individually to the left of themselves. Tighten up your black again. Okay, and you can see that pattern coming through nicely there. And so you just keep going along with that pattern all the way until you get down to the end of your work. You don't actually need to use a D-ring for this collar, because you can just use the ring to clip your lead onto. So I'll just go ahead to the end of that, and you can just snip and melt once you get to the end. You can weave it through. There's a few different ways you can finish off, but you will definitely have to cut and melt whichever way you do it. Okay, so I've got to the end of my dog collar and ready to finish off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the two centre colours. I'm going to put them over the O-ring and back up through that space there. So back up through the space in the middle and then back through the centre. Same with the other centre colour. Down through there, up through the space in the middle there. Oops. And then up through the middle of the cord, so that we can pull those tight on there. They'll add just a little bit of extra strength to the collar. If you've got enough room and you think you can do another one, but if not, that actually might just make it a bit too messy. bit too thick at the end, so I might not do that. I think I'll just leave the two that I've got there. And then you'll just get a fid and put on the end of your cord and weave them back through wherever you want them to be. So to attach your cords to your fid, you just want to get your knife and cut off the ends of your paracord. Might need to sharpen the knife. And then you'll just give that a melt, just a little bit of a melt. Just enough so that you can get that onto your fid. And I'm just going to feed that through these ones here, through these cords there, over to the other side. And you can put that, you can feed that then wherever you'd like it to go. So if you want to go back up through there, down to the other side where your other purple is. Oops, just careful not to get it caught on your other strands when you bring it through. And then you can do the same with all your other colours. Just cut, put on your feed them through wherever you want to go. Okay, so just an example with this purple cord here, I'm going to go underneath that one there. I mean, there's so many ways you can do it. There's no right or wrong, just personal preference. And then I'm going to go down through the centre there. Try to be careful not to get hold of any cords, and I'm pretty sure that that's not going to come undone now. So you can cut that off there and melt, just like I've done some of these other ones here. Cut them and melt them at various places, just to make sure they won't come undone. Okay, so for the very last thread, I'm just going to go up through the side part. Just a couple of times. Try to get that untwisted. Just one or two passes should be enough. Except I've gone the wrong way there. And then you can just feed it down. And finish off with a melt on the other side. And that's it, your dog collar's finished, ready to go. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.